You're in my domain, got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane, it's over before you know it. While you shaking, we're a dynasty in the making. We're the royalty, now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over for the soldiers. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine, we live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights. For the glory, for the glory. you can't outrun a champion. Now you're facing what? Can you hear them? Yeah, it's all for us. You believe them? Yeah, it's serious. Hear the siren. We're victorious. I'm telling you. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine. We live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory. For the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer. It's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory. You're the chaser, I'm the eraser. I'll ruin your record, I'll back it, I'll break ya. I cut like a razor, so call the trophy engraver. I'm gonna get it, wait till I win it. God, I'm so glad to be in it. Can't wait to say that we did it. This is my life and I live it. Ready to give it my all when you fall back. Taking advantage of all that. Demons on average is so bad. Playing short-handed, your team scratch. Time to assess all the damages. I knew that you couldn't handle this. It takes a man to stand up to the king, and unfortunately you have bandages. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory. For the glory. We celebrate.
Is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people.
Starts with one.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for, well, Thursday, 9/24/2020. Got a good show lined up here for you. We got Woodman with us. We got tons of Patriots in the room. A little longer intro than normal. Had to run out of the room at the last minute here. But again, if you're new to the channel, make sure, welcome. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I am Michael. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that bell. Toggle the switch. That way we go live like this. It looks like a lot of people got the alerts. I was seeing it. I got the alert today. That is not up to us. We put out the live stream very similar every time we go live. We hit a button and it launches out. Whether or not you guys get the alerts is on YouTube's games. All right, so we got a lot to get into here today. We're a little later starting than what we wanted to. I do got good news. Anyone that's ordered a white shirt, the first cycle from the late August until, I'm not sure the cutoff, it was probably a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. Those are done. We're going to be getting those today. They should be getting shipped out today, tomorrow, and then everyone else. It's going to keep going. We're going to get caught up here soon. But these shirts take a little longer to make, folks. We've gone over it. Any of you that have ordered have probably received email back talking about it. So anyway, welcome to today's show. We appreciate you being here, all the Patriots. We got a lot of mods. I see Face. I see Good Morning Face. I see lots of other Patriots. Might be the only mod we have in. It is early, but not super early. All right, without further ado, Brother Woodman. Good morning, brother. How are you doing?
Good morning, Patriots from all over the world and airborne. God bless you all.
Crazy news cycles going on.
Yeah, bad night.
So the Breonna Taylor thing, right? Why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about that? Like, what happened yesterday? What happened last night? Like, what is the cause and effect going on here, Woodman?
Well, they didn't like the result, because now the one officer got charged, had a real small bond, $15,000, of course, and everybody really just hated that. They had a peaceful protest during the day, and at night it didn't stay that way. 2 officers got shot throughout the evening, and I don't get it. But the way I understand it was the officer shot I don't know, they call them little light flash bombs or whatever over the crowd, and then shortly after that's when shots rang out, and then those 2 policemen were shot. They're right now they're okay. One guy was in the surgery this morning. They're non-life threatening injuries, so that's a blessing, right there. So in itself.
So to be clear here again, we're talking about the Breonna Taylor case. So I don't know what, a month or 2 or last year sometime, I believe it's about a year old or 9 months old. There was I'm hearing the no knock warrants where they don't knock because it's on the element of surprise. So for example, if you're going to get sometimes a murder victim, somebody that's being charged with murder or drugs, you don't want to give them the element of, you want to use the element of surprise because you don't want them to maybe flush evidence like drugs if you're trying to. So we understand that's been going on for decades. Not that you have to agree with that, but it does make for an etchy situation. In this case, the door got, rammed open, and depending on who you are, you don't instantly think police. You might think somebody's breaking in my house. If you are dealing drugs, you always live with that fear of some, other drug dealers are going to kick your door and maybe take your stuff. They want to take your stuff, and you can't really call the police because it's drugs. So they kick in the doors, he shoots. Now their lawyer is, the guy, not the woman, because she's dead, his girlfriend. He's grieving over the dead girlfriend, and they're using the law that, he thought people were breaking into his house. They didn't announce themselves. They kicked the doors in. So he shot, and he was all in. Now he ends up shooting a cop, got shot in the leg from that guy shooting. And then they shoot back, I guess, 45 times into the house. So, but one cop got shot before anything. So they're, for all I know, it's like, I don't know if this is the first time, but it's kind of like cops go to do a warrant. They burst in the door. This is not the first time that's happened, where they don't knock and announce themselves. Please, open up. They just, boom, kick in. This dude's got shoots, gets one cop in the leg, and then they fire a barrage in the fact killing his girlfriend. I believe it was her house, too. So I don't know, all the circumstances here, but it's almost like nobody's putting the blame on the man for, like, if he, I don't know if this is a case of all mistaken identity. If you look into his background, I guess not. They were there for a reason. I think there's something more here, like they found a dead body in his car earlier in the month or something, and that's why they were coming back, because there was a dead body found. Have you read anything like that or no?
I haven't, no, not per se, but
they were there.
I can imagine.
There was a warrant, there was a warrant for his arrest or for the house that day. So she gets shot. Where's the blame on him for the lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Like bringing that around, like, why did the cops come there to burst your door? And, well, who cares if he was selling drugs? I don't need to be doing that. I mean, the people out there that are being misled by the mainstream, lamestream lying media, they're like taking blame off of all these actual criminals lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying people deserve to die. Like, especially in this case, I don't think that girl who was a nurse, like she made piss poor choices of dating, bad boys. You know what I'm saying? Well, she was a nurse. She did her job every day, supposedly, but here she is home that day. But yeah, her boyfriend brought this noise around. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're part of a gang, you know, there's different gangs, right? We got, you know, biker gangs or street gangs. And if you live that lifestyle and things end up happening to you, you know, people turn against you, you're always in that threat. I mean, do innocent people get killed because somebody comes to get you? You know what I'm saying? It happens.
It does happen, yeah.
Yes.
It does.
And where's that blame at, Woodman? Nowhere to be found, right? I mean,
no.
It's kind of like all the cops' fault for coming there to execute a warrant. Yeah, he shot at him, and actually one cop got shot in the leg, but, you know, they should have limped off and left at that point. Like, you know, we already got a cop shot. Let's leave here. No, once a cop got shot, it angers all the other cops. They're thinking, oh, my God, somebody's in there shooting outward at us. He just got hit in the leg. Of course they're going to empty clips. I mean,
you know it.
It just seems weird. It just seems really weird.
It wasn't no 45 rounds, though. I can't remember. They did specify a number. One round actually went into the next door apartment.
Okay, so it went through the wall and...
You know, we don't know everything, Mike. That's the sad part. We really don't. All we can do is kind of speculate, you know, from what we've heard, what they've released. I guess
it was a no-knock warrant, but they did knock. So we're getting some feedback here. Okay, so we're learning to. I've read lots of things, folks, and it is hard to digest, and I didn't read a whole bunch on this, but so there you go. It was a no-knock. They had the right to just burst in, but they did knock. If that's true, and then, but you know, he's using the excuse that he's a victim here. That, you know, they broke into my house. I didn't know that it was police. They didn't announce that. So you're almost getting off the hook by you popping off your gun that he was legally allowed to have because he's a homeowner or they're at home and the gun's registered maybe. So then you do shoot. You think it's intruders. And they're coming in plain clothes. Let's say a lot of those undercover guys like to burst your door in and have no markings on them. It might have the badge hanging from a chain. But man, you know, do you see that? You know, it's not plainly a badge hanging when you got a gun drawn. It's like you're not going to see that. And so, but that's the excuse that, you know, he's a victim. His girlfriend's dead now. The country's rioting over it. He was just shooting, and his lawyer's trying to use the home defense thing that people came in. He didn't know he shot, and he just happened to be a cop. He's just 100% victim, man.
Well, you can't overlook the fact. You can't overlook the fact they had a warrant. This is all legal. They had a warrant. You know, and when you have a warrant like that for any kind of a drug deal or whatever, since drugs are mentioned, anybody in that individual space is involved in the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, people, that's how the law is, you know.
Maintaining a common nuisance.
Right. You're there for a reason. If it's a drug charge or a drug thing related, you know, you got to be there for a reason. You're not there to be knitting any kind of a, you know, you're not making quilts or anything, you know.
Well, it's kind of like if one or more of you, you know, two people or more conspire, like me, you know, and this is totally just letting you guys understand how the law works, and you might not agree with it, and some people say this is really old and it stems from other places, and it does. It's how laws work. But you know, if two people, I was going to say me and you, Woodman, we're conspiring to go take over a 7-Eleven. So we're sitting in the garage talking about, you're going to have the gun, I'm going to have, we're going to have the mask on, we're going to do this and that. Now, if you end up dead because the 7-Eleven clerk whips out a shotgun from behind the counter and blows you away, I end up getting charged with that crime on a federal level sometimes. If the federal government steps in, there's mandatory minimums, and it's we went to go commit a felony together, and you ended up dead because of our stupid plan. And the 7-Eleven employee doesn't get charged because he's in the right to defend or whatever and blows you away. But I get charged with your murder. Like, I so much pulled a gun out and murdered you for what he did. And that's where the criminal is like, I didn't do it, man. It's like, you did do it. You did do it because you and your dumb ideas went to go do something. Of course you didn't plan on, like, Now we're both going to do this. Now you know you can die, Woodman. Criminal rarely will go over that scenario with their partners and stuff. Like, you know you could die. It's just, everyone knows it's a risk, I guess, but you don't go over it a bunch. And then you don't sit there and say, also, if you die and I don't, I could be charged for your murder. Don't you go dying on me, man. Whatever.
Crime's a crime.
Crime's a crime. You never know what's going to happen.
Crime's a crime.
And most people think in their head they're going to pull up. You're the getaway guy. Me and him are running in. It's going to be smooth as cake. They never think like he's going to have a gun maybe behind the counter and blow one of us away. That's the unplanned scenario. And that's like with the deep state. For all of the crimes they do, they can't pull them off perfectly because there is no perfect crime. Things always go wrong. Just like maybe possibly September 11th, a plane went down into a field because of the Patriots on board overtook and beat the hell out of people and ended up going down that way. Where was that target? Oh, they tell us it was supposed to hit somewhere in D.C., the White House, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to hit that third building in New York that went down all in its own footprint that never had a plane hit it,
Yeah.
Because, you had two buildings and everyone acts like, well, the reason they went down, Woodman, is because of jet fuel and the plane hit them, weakening the steel overall. And then the hot fires from the jet fuel burnt that metal and then therefore weakening the steel. And that's why they fell. And you're like, oh, really? So I got to learn all that from you real quick. What about that third building that fell at 5 p.m. that day, all on its own footprint? Building 7. There was no plane, there was no jet fuel, but yet it fell like the other two. So
we don't talk about that. They say we don't talk about that. We'll keep that out of the news.
Yeah, it's just,
Why let them know that? Holy cow!
So, man,
Silver Wolf.
Silver Wolf's in the house. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, fellas. Mop level. We're talking about well, in the military, this whole thing's vaguely familiar. We used to have to carry a mask around, floating in the Persian Gulf in the Navy, or if you're in the Army or Marine Corps, if you're over in these certain levels, they're already at a MOP level, folks, and that means you have to have your mask, like at least in the case, on you to one side of your hip, left, right side.
Yep.
And you're just sitting there with it, so you can don it really quickly if you end up getting, chemical attacked. Indiana's moving we're moving to level 5 as far as opening back up. Everything's back at full capacity come Saturday.
Cool.
No more restriction. No more restriction on on levels of people. So now that the state opens up 100%, I don't think our Legion can be like, well, we're still gonna hang out at level 4. You're not allowed to now. You can't be doing it. That would be really rogue. Companies that still want to do things despite the people that shut it down to get you to go there in the first place, right?
Right.
So we should be back to full capacity.
When it comes to business, you already know
we're never at full capacity anyway. That's what the joke always was down there. At the Legion, it's like, we're operating at 50%. It was like, well, you're only operating at 50% all last year.
Yeah,
and that's sad,
well, at least it's all over. It come Saturday, it's all over. I didn't like living in a communist country anyway. That's bull crap, man. I really can't believe it.
A little taste.
How'd everybody like that?
Yeah, a little dose.
Michigan's still that way. You have to wear a mask to go into a gas station and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
We went up there, I think it was last weekend or the weekend before last, and went into a gas station. I went in to get an iced tea, everybody. And, you got to wear a mask. Like, you know what? Hey, of course I can't say it on air, but yeah, I didn't agree with that.
You don't like the...
We all have rights.
You don't like the military boot up your ass or what?
these people, is it hello. Oh man, there was bad. Something they were saying too. It's all, I'm going like, man, that's just a Nazi. Of course, they're all doing stuff that's like that. I mean, come on, get real. If Biden wins, you might as well be double jointed, bent over, and kiss your ass goodbye. It's all I got to say, because we can't have that. That's their last ditch effort to correct what Trump is turning around. They're losing really bad. And the neatest thing is, I think the neatest thing is, the world is on Trump's side. Think about that one. You think about that. These communist countries and all that jazz, everybody else has already turned over, are watching what we are doing. They are like, we're under a microscope. Amazing. Trump has to win again. That's all I've got to say.
Well,
Has to. Get out and vote.
They were
Mail-in ballots are good.
talking yesterday that Biden Hunter investigation, and I think they already came out and acting like they really found no wrongdoing. I don't know if that should be true. Yeah, I've been hearing Biden was briefed about son's involvement, according to Hunter Biden Bermudian report 4 minutes ago. Let's see, because this is supposed to come out, but I know the Senate released some stuff yesterday, and it didn't really find, and it was Republican majority. Biden was briefed about son's involvement, according to Hunter Biden Bermudian report.
It's all documented anyway.
So Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has not spoken accurately about his knowledge of his son's involvement or the problem it caused for the Obama administration, because we know it did. There was some stuff coming up, and
Hey, you don't get the loan.
why is that?
Give me a break.
Let me see. I'll pull this up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has not spoken accurately about his knowledge of his son's involvement in Burmishma or the problem it caused for the Obama administration, Fox News contributor Molly Hemingway said Wednesday night, last night, reacting to the mainstream, lamestream media and Democrats downplaying the report by 2 U.S. Senate committees on Hunter Biden's overseas dealings. While his father was VP, the Federalist senior editor said that the truly breaking news in the report, there is truly breaking news in this report. While this is focused on Hunter and James Biden and other family members of Joe, and not Joe himself, it is also true that Joe Biden was revealed to have not spoken accurately about his knowledge of his son's involvement over in the Ukraine on that whole energy board, right? The Democratic nominee said he didn't know about it when the report shows, in fact, some bureaucrats were so concerned about Hunter Biden's role that they briefed him, that they had alerted the FBI. So the 87-page report states in October 15, senior State Department official Amos Hotchinstein raised concerns with Vice President Biden as well as Hunter Biden. That Hunter Biden's position on the Burmishma board enabled Russian disinformation efforts and risked undermining U.S. policy in the Ukraine. Hemingway points out it did cause a problem during the Obama administration that there was conflict of interest. It was not dealt with, and we again are still waiting answers as exactly to all the problems that it caused. She rejected the media's claims that there was no evidence of wrongdoing by Hunter. That's all they were saying from the get-go. There was no wrongdoing. There's no proof. There's no evidence. And it's like you could tell that the media is biased because the same could have been said for Trump. There's no evidence. There's no proof. You got nothing. But they didn't play it that way at all. They acted like they had proof, and there was proof, and we got to look into it. We're waiting. We saw a lot of people in the media claim that this is old news. That's all they kept saying, that this is old. And, it's like it didn't matter. A lot of the stuff on Trump was old if you wanted to look at it that way, and you don't care. And, so the new thing, too, is that... What
difference does it make?
Yeah. At this point, what the... There's a Russian oligarch who was married to a former mayor of Moscow. She sent $3.5 million to Hunter in a wire transfer. That's kind of crazy.
It's all recorded.
So
all recorded.
We'll wait for more on that, folks. Also new is Epstein log. What is it, the mayor up there or the governor of the Virgin Islands, the mayor, the governor, whatever they have there, the prosecuting attorney, they're requesting all planes. There's like 3 planes and 4 helos that did a bunch of flying from his island to the main Virgin Island. So they're say they got 30 days to release all the logs from the 3 airplanes and 4 helos, man. So that's going to be huge.
Yep. I think for the last 20 years, correct?
Yes. Yes.
I believe it's for the last 20 years.
So
amazing, everybody. You know, it's not. You're not going to sweep this under the rug. That's not going to happen here. Not in this situation here.
Not today.
It's too big.
Not on our watch.
Too big. Too much has already come out. It's already come out. You know. Here we go, everybody.
What about them asking Trump if he'll, you know, transfer of power? You know, if he'll leave office smoothly in October if he loses. So they're already asking Trump that, and he had trolled back saying, "No, there won't be no transfer of power." So he's basically in so many little words saying, like, "I'm not gonna leave because I'm not losing." But they're taking it to be like, "Oh my God, he's not gonna leave." You know, I have people on social media that are bitching about that, like, there you go. Of course he's not going to go smoothly. And you want to ask them, like, well, are you going to accept that he won in 16? Because these same people have not accepted that. They're already on to them, like, you know, it's like, well, are you going to accept 16? Oh, get over it. That's old. And it's like, no, we still got a couple months left of him being president. You still haven't accepted it. Do you accept it now? No, I don't. But they want you to accept him leaving, and he won't. Oh my gosh. And no, we're going to play just like you did. You know, we will act just like you did on the transfer of power. You know, however smooth it was for Trump, we'll give it right back to you that way. And then they run a see what they're going to do. It's like if you told them that, you know, it's like, are you going to?
Now Nancy's talking about we can impeach him. You know, that's all they got. We're going to impeach him. We're going to. Yeah, give me a break. Yeah, quivers are in our, or no, arrows in our quiver, whatever you want to call it. I'm not.
We still got some arrows.
I'm not an arrow guy. Yeah, come on, everybody, wake up! I'll tell you what, I like.
We still got some black powder in our musket. You know.
Yeah, I like those twins. I can't remember the name now offhand. Of course, they're of color, you know, and they're just amazing. I tell you. They're comedians, of course, but they really come out with good stuff. And you know, they come out. They brought Nancy out a couple of times in the last couple of days, and it's amazing, you know, how this, you know, I mean, she, but I don't think, but she's just showing us that she really is. Holy cow! I have a grandkids that are smarter than that. I mean, you know. She'd been, well, okay, her career politician, there you go. You know, her and Biden, you know, and I haven't seen Schiff for a while, or Nadler.
Oh, I have. I just saw Nadler, and he ain't doing so well.
Really?
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, the Hodgkins twins.
Yeah, there you go. They're awesome, man. I got a lot of followers, that's for sure. Over 1 million. I think it's 1,000,037 or something like that. No, I don't even like that guy. Oh, this is last night in Kentucky right there.
Real guns. That's right. They don't.
Yeah. Man. Evil. Wow. Let's just go shoot a cop, Mike. What the heck? Why not? Everybody else is doing it. Give me a break. Them guys have a rough life. I see one now, and I thank them. They have a hard job, hard life.
John F. Kennedy shared our video the other night here.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Planned insurrection in America, which we appreciate that. Somebody had got that to my attention. Do a little Twitter trolling here.
Yeah.
The Dan Bongino show, great.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
Yes, Jesus is good.
Amen to that.
You guys aren't hearing this, are you?
Nope. Look at that. Look at what they're doing to the police officers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How ignorant. Spoiled people.
Hit him in the head with a baseball bat. Look at this guy. Bam! He swung hard. He's right here. Right here, or right behind him. Right here.
Come up, wham! Unbelievable. Now, if a cop were to do that to him, you'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, if
Everybody
they would
gets
have,
a trophy
if somebody
kid.
would have turned around and smoked him, you know, it would have been like, oh my God, they killed that guy for no reason. And it would have been like, well, wait, he just swung a bat. Well, he had a helmet on. It's like, that guy didn't
So
care.
what? God. Man. Don't do that around me, buddy. I'll guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
It's game over after that, man. You made the choice. You're the one that started it, not me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Bat. A bat's a weapon.
No, and everyone acts like this is just against the government, and it's not. It's against the towns and the people. Literally, folks, if we didn't have the police out there, these people would be burning and pillaging everything, and then there'd be nothing left.
Everything.
And then when there was nothing left down there, they would come out to the suburbs and start doing it because they're hungry. They're going to break into your home and take what you got left. It would be total craziness. So, yeah, I don't support it. I believe every one of them people that are going around the different cities, burning, breaking windows, running in, getting shoes, nothing to do with the reason you got people pitching in your ear. This is because of the injustices. But yet they're getting TVs and clothes. No, they're terrorists. They're domestic looting terrorists that I don't have any kind of, you know, I don't feel for them. I don't, you know, I pray for them, but I don't think that they're poor them. I do not. I don't fall into that little narrative, and I don't play that game.
Yeah. Crazy,
So, and then, you know, it's like people are trying to get you to be normal with this, and then, you know, you see the arguments out there. Somebody's out there like, no, is this your business? And it's like, no. And then they want to shove you out of the way, hit you with a bat. And you've been seeing that. The normal, if this is against government and the police, they'd keep it that way. It's not. It's the right to burn and loot. They're getting in the owners' faces and acting like they have a right to trash your store. And if you don't get out of the way, they'll hit you with a bat. They'll shove you on the ground, stomp on you. And then they want to talk about insurance, like they're out there consulting to the right to loot. Well, you got insurances, and you can just get your money back that way. And it's ridiculous. These people are, and unfortunately, a lot of these young people they're like the millennials. They're the indoctrinated ones. They Bernie, you know, Yuri Bezmenov. They've been, you know, duped. Nobody taught them the correct things about country and flag etiquette. Been propped up.
Well, I think we're around our area. We're really lucky because I bump into some teenagers. You know, people going to school. Everybody, really, these are just students. They do not have that warped sense of humor. They're right along with us, and they're spreading the word. I mean, this is local. You know, they're spreading the word too. You know that holy cow, this is not right. You know, they're not like the everybody gets a trophy kids. These guys are, they're learning what's going on the streets right now. You know, they get a chance to witness it, and that makes a big difference, man. You know, they're actually like seeing it when you see it with your own eyes, and you go, how destructive. This is not the way to fix anything, and they know that. And God bless those youngs around here. I'm telling you, they're patriots. And as a matter of fact, a couple of them have actually stood beside James and I waving flags before. So, you know, and they waved a flag, by the way. Let me go ahead and add that to it. Fantastic kids around here, man. Patriots, patriotic. They love their country also. This is going to be their country when we're gone, guys. we have to give them something to live in. We
have to
don't
turn
want
the
to give
torch
them no
over.
communist crap. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to turn this over, man. We don't live.
Keep family close. We're trying to change now. I mean, to where, the people that are really waking up do, care about their family now. They're getting a little more involved, a lot more involved. Well, this actually forced it upon them to do that.
Oh, yeah, to hang out. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to also briefly talk about the FBI agent who uncovered the Wiener laptop a couple years back with Hillary's emails back in the 2016, right before the 2016 election. Like they found it in August. Comey sat on it, didn't say nothing for 2 months, and then made another announcement. And well, anyway, FBI agent who uncovered that laptop with Hillary's email says FBI leadership told him to erase all of his findings. So you have, how are these people not rotting in jail? Further proof of how the deep state goes. FBI agent who uncovered the Wiener laptop with Hillary's email says FBI leadership told him to erase all of his findings. We first reported on Robertson in August of 18 when the mainstream media was focused on the Trump-Russia Mueller sham investigation. John was assigned to the Anthony Weiner case, a top Democrat married to Hillary Clinton advisor Huma Abedin. During his investigation of the Weiner's computer, John discovered thousands of Hillary Clinton emails and blew the whistle on Comey McCabe's stroke cover-up with evidence. Yesterday, the Washington Examiner reported, "The crickets I was hearing was really making me uncomfortable because something was going to come down." Robertson said he later told Justice Department investigators, "Why isn't anybody here? Like, if I'm the supervisor of any counterintelligence squad and I hear about this, I'm getting on with headquarters and saying, hey, some agent working child porn here may have Hillary Clinton emails. Get your ass on the phone, call the case agent and get a copy of that drive, because that's how it should be." And that nobody reached out to me within that night. I still to this day don't understand what the hell went wrong. Robertson wrote a letter to self in late October after an October 19, 2016 meeting, during which he implored Assistant U.S. Attorney Amanda Kramer of the Southern District of New York to push the FBI leadership to look at the thousands of emails he unearthed. I have a very deep misgivings about the institutional response of the FBI to the congressional investigation into the Hillary Clinton email matter. Put simply, I don't believe that the handling of the material I have by the FBI is ethically or morally right. But my lawyer's advice that I simply put my SSA on notice should cover me is that I have completed CYA, cover your ass, and I have done so, Robertson wrote. Further, I was told by Kramer that I should whistleblow. Further, I was told by Kramer that should I whistleblow, I would be prosecuted. So Robertson continued, the FBI possesses 20 times more emails than Comey testified to. While Comey did not know at the time about what I have, people in the FBI do not know. As far as I know, we are being silent. If I say or do nothing more, I am falling short ethically and morally, and later I may be accused of being a Hillary Clinton hack because of the timing of all this. So it's kind of interesting. This is an October surprise. New details emerge about the FBI delay on the Wiener laptop. So Comey wasn't going to come out at all, I don't think. That was the original plan. That's why they sat there. You look at that stall. He explained it away as like, well, blah, blah, blah. And then there was no... The thing was that they weren't going to. And then they were having issues with like this guy. People being mad that nothing was coming out. So you think that they kind of maybe did it to... save faith, CYA on Comey's part to make sure let me go talk about it, and that way I can cover my ass. But they already got rid of a bunch of shit or something. It's kind of goofy.
Bleach it, smash with a hammer, erase it somehow.
Nobody cares, it seems, And now it is old, and that's what sucks. Because of the people back then, Trump wasn't in power. It was the Obama administration and their whole group that fumbled this up and did it on purpose to cover for somebody. And then, we come into the new one and Trump's still not good enough, just like those people were at the time. Now it's all the ex-people are still good enough. It's the people that were under Obama that covered for Hillary. They're all now fired, not president. And all those same people are still running an investigation into the new people that are in office, and everyone believes in them still. I just don't get it,
I
Like
don't
Trump
either.
said,
I
he's
don't know
done
why
more
they
in
are.
47 months than Biden's done in 47 years.
Quite true.
You know, everyone acts like the world
Yeah.
was such a great place before Trump. Like, you know, him being here has really got the news to be all up in an uproar. The news is nothing but bad stuff. So I get what people are really saying. Like, under Obama, you didn't hear all this ruckus in the news. They would go to Obama meetings and Obama pressers and be like, "Oh, he's so perfect, and look how he smiles, and he's just a really good
Yeah.
president." I mean, and then it created the illusion of that. With Trump, it's nonstop. He's a racist. He's a exotic, you know, just everything. And it creates people to be like, "Oh, I just want," you know, you can't watch football without them talking crap against Trump. You can't watch baseball without them taking a knee. You can't do anything without political coming into it now. And they're blaming that on Trump. And if we could just get him out, we can go back to what it was. Now, again, I argue that the world wasn't a better place before Trump. We had murder, we had war everywhere. We had, you know, Obama and Hillary during their first, her 4 years with him as State Department, head of the State Department. You know, that first 4 years, they executed more politically elected officials around the world than, and we're talking in other countries, you know, and there was just lots of mayhem, lots of war, lots of unrest, and everyone acts like the world was a better place. It's unbelievable how ignorant and how much people do not know.
Well, they've been crammed a narrative down their neck forever. You know, I mean, you do that
There's
long
not a lot of
enough,
people
ends up
that
being-
are in tune, Woodman. There's just not. It's called culturally in tune. And you know the people that are culturally in tune into NASCAR. They can tell you off every driver back in the day and who's, well, no, Woodman, now he's hitting a hard third. And if he does this, if he comes in second today, second or better, he's going to move up, man. And they know all the inner and outs of it, you know. And the same you can go with people that know sports. You know, you got the buddies that are all in, no, he's batting a 341 RBI, man. If he does, you know, blah, 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 they know everything. And if he gets traded to them and we get this guy, we could really come up in the system. And it's like, man, we need those kind of people focused on our country. And it's, oh, I don't play that game, man. Some people take great pride in knowing everything about football and baseball, knowing nothing about the political game, because that's a hoax. That's a joke. And, you know, I get it. But, you know, now that everything's been turned off for so long, people have turned their attention to this. And they've made it a sport. You know, right away. So I'm for Biden, man. I don't care what he did. He's my team, and I'm going to root for him. And Trump bad man.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. You know, they don't know much, and they're picking sides, or they're listening too much to the fake news. You know, at this point, and to jump in from not watching news to jumping in now and actually turning on CNN, you're getting it tenfold. You're getting the bullshit tenfold compared to what it was 2 years ago over on CNN. It's really bad now.
Yeah.
So that's why you're seeing a lot of our friends or family or coworkers not making much sense lately, because they're not.
You know it, brother. You know it.
All right, we got over 1,000. It was a great little feed this morning. Let's
All right. Yeah, here after the show, I get to go work on a car. Maybe I'll have a better vehicle here pretty soon. I don't know.
Woodman
Nice.
Mechanic.
Of course, now Mike's going to come over and going to iron out some different designs for shirts. Now
New shirt coming.
we're not sitting here with our sitting on our hands. We do a lot of stuff, man, that you don't see. And okay. Here, it's a little hard on an old guy like me. I mean, gee whiz, man. You got to do these shirts a special way. If you don't do it, they just don't turn out perfect. And having the Woods name on there, everything's got to be perfect. So yeah, man, you'll see.
Eric Gore. Nemo's got the shift from 60 Minutes. What's that mean?
Ooh, I don't know.
Got the shaft. He got the shaft. I don't even know anything about that Nemos. Dustin Nemos? I know he runs a channel, maybe. But anyway, tell us where you're from. Check in before we sign out. We got a couple more shows lined up today, folks. It's just while we have a lot of you here, I'll take a minute to tell you real quick. As far as I know, after this show here in a few minutes, I'm going to be heading out, getting with Woodman. I got a little bit of time to spend with him, and then I'll be back here. Got a show either about 1 o'clock, could be earlier. Anywhere. Scott said he'd be here between noon and 1. So if he gets here right at 1, then there'll be like a 1:15 to 1:30 show, and then we'll go from 1:30 to 2:30. If he gets here any earlier, we'll just go a little earlier. So that's up in the air. That's why you got to be alerted or ring the bell. Other than that, then another show possibly this evening with Ben. So we got one this morning with Woodman, one later this afternoon with Scott, and then one live show later this evening with Ben. And I have a video to get out, which I'm halfway done on. I started last night. So
Great. They're all nice. I love them, man. You do a great job on those.
I appreciate that.
All right, here we go.
People are doing
Idaho.
it already. Idaho.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Texas. California. New Jersey. Yeah, I've seen that. Indianapolis. All right. Oklahoma. Arizona.
Michigan.
Puff Pass, Silver Wolf. Yeah.
Dave from X22
Oregon.
started his own server. That's great. That's what I already tried to do 2 years ago. We actually did it.
Not me, you did.
Yeah.
Arizona, New Mexico,
Lots of
Virginia,
Lots
and
of Michigan.
Mississippi.
Nebraska, Seattle, Orlando, Biden's basement, Ohio, Missouri. That's all Biden's basement.
I love that one.
So, yes, look for lots of shows today, folks. You're going to be in for a treat. Michigan, Indiana, Richmond, North Kakalaki, Houston, Texas, Elkhart, John Hook. Ain't seen John Hook in a while.
Yeah, I got to get his hammer and nails back to him.
He needs to come on down to the Legion.
Yeah.
We got Cincinnati in the house, living on the edge in Cincinnati. WKRP.
Yes, indeed.
I'm living on the edge in Cincinnati. Remember that show? WKRP.
Yes, I sure do.
Football.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Wisconsin, Socialist Republic of Eastern Shore of Maryland. That's funny.
Amazing.
Coward County, Florida. Broward. Canada in the building. Corpus Christi, Texas. Governor Brown's neighbor. Southeast Missouri, Flat Earth. Goshen, Indiana High. Michigan, home of the Tulip.
Greg Grissom from the Legion.
Ooh, that's Greggy. What is up, brother? Jesus is King. Where are you located? We're Diane Arndt. Where are you located? We're in Indiana. Northern Indiana, up here by, Elkhart area. Michigan border. Ireland, Arkansas. Arizona. I have to butcher this. North Kakalaki. Remember WKRP in Cincinnati back in the good old days? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Scotland. All right.
Ooh, across the pond. North Dakota, Virginia. State of confusion. We're with you, jackhole. You jackhole.
You jackhole. New York in the house.
Yeah, I think WKRP
England.
had
Hello,
Lonnie.
England.
I think she had old Lonnie Anderson on there. Remember her?
Yep. Yeah, she was sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ireland. All right, England in the house.
Well, not so far from the Show Me State. I'm in Howe, Indiana. Nice, Diane. Bristol
Dave
Legion
Blackburn.
sometime. We just had a Patriot Fest. You should have came. Over 150 people from the channel came, and we had about 300 on Saturday total. It was a great time. Great time. We're going to be doing live shows down at the Legion on Fridays here soon. You should come on down. Enjoy in on the festivities.
An evening show.
The Friday night evening show. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. So we got Gene from St. Louis, Bonnie, Albany, New York. You guys do not have to put your full addresses. We do not recommend that. Just the area.
Norwegian and Estonia. All right.
Yes. Eric Gore. We'll be live later this afternoon and then this evening. Not too late, but maybe like a 6 o'clock show. Who knows? Somewhere around there. It's hard to give you exact times, but look for one around noon or 1 p.m. and then another one at maybe 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. Hopefully the alerts work. What a great show this morning. Mississippi, Mississippi, Minnesota.
Wild Root, Vietnam. Hey, all right. Love you, brother.
From Vietnam, Texas, Colorado, Missouri, Ohio.
Ohio.
Gitmo.
Gitmo, just kidding.
Got one of them smuggle jailhouse phones, I see. One of them uplink sat phones.
Yeah, brother. All right, man.
All right, brother. I'll let you. I'll see you here. I can't quite remember. I'll call you. I'm going to call you here a little bit, brother. So keep your phone on so I can get over to where I need to get with you because I can't remember the exact left turn. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I can just wait here if you want. I'll call and let him know I'll be a little late.
All right.
No biggie. No biggie. Yeah.
I'll call you right after this show. Other than that, you guys, thanks. Thank you. Good morning, Face. Thank you, Patriot Hour, for all you do, and thanks for having us. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for helping moderate the room this morning. Looks like you were holding it down, and that's what we need. At least one mod in here. I hope everyone else is doing great. Have a great morning into your afternoon, Woodman brother. We'll see you on the next. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow morning.
Sounds great.
Get a couple in this week.
Full armor of God, everybody. Got to keep God on your side. Constitution in your back pocket.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. Memorize that. Memorize that Constitution. We handed out little pocket ones at the Patriot Fest. Like this size. This is a field manual, 1910 War Department field manual, military police in towns and cities. 1945, folks. Been kind of going through that. It's a little thinner one. But these are the actual field manuals, military police. Kind of nice to look at what they thought about 1945. But, all right, well, we are going to sign out. Again, have a great morning into your afternoon. We'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour live show today. Like I said, between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., maybe a little after, if depending on Scott's schedule. Again, everyone, we're all real deal here. People work, people have schedules, people have things going on. And we work around that. So we always try to do what we can for you. Going on 3 years come this February, folks, will be our 3-year being here. Again, we appreciate you. And God bless and Godspeed each and every one of you. See you back here on the next Patriot Hour update. Have a great morning.
This is a movement like we've never seen in the history of our country.
Wisconsin is Trump country.
And that's what this fight is all about. We're taking on the failed political establishment and restoring government of, by, and for the people. It's the people. You're the people. You won the election.
We love this country. We love Donald Trump.
Promises made, promises kept. We support President Trump.
This is epic.
Donald Trump is our president! With every last ounce of heart and hope and sweat and soul, we are going to make our stand. We are going to stand for liberty. We are going to stand for justice. We are going to stand for freedom. And we are going to stand for the sacred rights given to us by the hand of Almighty God. You joined our movement, the greatest movement in the history of our country. You protected your family. You defended your dignity. You recaptured your destiny. And you took back your country with that great election 2.5 years ago. We are one united movement, one united people, and one United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States.
Donald J. Trump.